December 16th, about a little after 10 on this Saturday morning. Rick Miracle video in the sky, noticing December 16th, about 11:30 in the morning, downtown Asheville. Video in the sky, noticing spray lines of chemicals. None of that is clouds you see in the sky. Dumped chemicals. Unbelievable on this crispy Saturday, December. Here in the mountains of North Carolina, we're being sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. Pretty easy to identify it. Rick Miracle reporting. Oh my, what are they spraying in the sky? Here in the mountains of North Carolina. December 16th, about 12:20. Rick Miracle here in the mountains of North Carolina, noticing, as you can see, chemicals dumped in the sky. No clouds, just chemicals. Maybe biologicals, dried blood. Who knows? Rick Miracle reporting. December 16th, Saturday, about 3:05, 2017. Notice the sky with the straight line. Chemicals dumped. It was one straight line, but it's blowing this way. As you can see, it thins out. So the wind is coming from the west. That's a sheet of chemicals. And if that stuff is causing Morgellons disease, which is little tiny cones or sticks, whatever, worms, because the particles fall to the ground, according to the book I'm reading, Chemtrails, HARP, by Elena Freeman. The little particles come down to Earth and get in your lungs or your food or your water, and then they actually grow inside your body like little worms or tubes. And apparently, according to her book and her videos you can watch on YouTube, almost everybody has this genetic manipulation. We have been altered, we humans. I know nobody wants to deal with it. And they're bringing online the 5G network, the electromagnetic radio frequencies in the microwave range, which probably can act on those nanoparticles put in your body from this dumping of stuff in the sky. So there appears to be a very nefarious, sinister plan afoot. You can see right here is another small straight line on the other side of those trees. So we're being sprayed, and we're being sprayed like bugs, apparently to cause some kind of mutation. Eventually, maybe they just have to turn on a switch like you turn on a TV, and whatever's in our bodies will be affected. Oh my, that stuff doesn't look good. Messing with Mother Nature can't be good. Messing with God's design can't be good. But then again, we have a lot of sinister, satanic symbolism and propaganda on TV, movies, billboards, magazines, school systems, banking systems, corporate logos, Emmys, Grammys, Super Bowl football halftime show, Olympic openings, tunnel openings. where they even have demons dropping from the sky with horns. Eurovision, like the American Idol singing program, but in England, Europe, where the winner was Conchita Wurst. And Conchita means a female part. Wurst is a sausage, a male part. Singing the song, The Phoenix Rising, with the words, "You can't stop us." And look at this line here. Big old goat projected onto the Hoover Dam. Shiva, the goddess of destruction, projected onto the Empire State Building. Like I said, the Christmas Jesus symbolism gone, but the 7-candlestick Jewish menorah now even in the windows of these short stores you go shopping in. And in the White House front lawn, and even President Donald Trump announcing that the United States recognizes Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And the Zionist, Kabbalistic people into the secret societies and the occult have brought us World War I, World War II, 9/11, French Revolution, Civil War in the United States, and so much more to bring about this big transition where Jerusalem gets to be the capital of the world when they create the New World Order, New Age, globalism, with the Jewish aristocrats, the elites, ruling the world. And not all Jewish people are in on this. A lot of them have written books exposing everything I just said. Where do you think I got it from? Tell me this doesn't look ominous. That's like a big twisted strand. There's some color to it here. Big twisted strand. Look at that. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Rick Miracle reporting from the mountains of North Carolina.
Where we are headed. In the book, The Harbinger, it opens up the mystery of the last days of ancient Israel. Israel was a nation that had known God, was founded by God and on His Word, but in their prosperity, the people turned away from God. They turned away from the God of their foundation, and they turned to the god Baal. And they offered up their children as sacrifices on the altars of Baal. They called what was evil good and what was good evil. They drove God out of their government, out of their culture, out of the lives of their children. They persecuted and hunted down the righteous. And they did this all as they worshiped Baal. And the Harbinger reveals the 9 signs or harbingers that appeared in the last days of ancient Israel, and that those same signs, harbingers, are now appearing on American soil. Some of them, many of them, right here in New York City. Some in Washington, D.C., but here we are in the city of most of the harbingers, starting with 9/11 and the attack on America. Now, One of the things about the template of the Harbinger is that when the first warnings came, when the warning came to ancient Israel, they ignored them, and they got even worse. They departed even more brazenly against the ways of God. They made the vow, the declaration that Isaiah recorded, Isaiah 9:10, the bricks have fallen, but we will rebuild with hewn stone. The sycamores have been cut down, but we will plant cedars in their place. So they're saying we're going to get worse. We're gonna come back greater, but without you, God. So spiritually, they were going to descend even worse and worse and worse. And that's exactly the template that we are seeing in America. Since 9/11, we have followed the template of ancient Israel. Not only with the harbingers appearing, but with increasing defiance, increasing the calling of evil good and good evil, increasing in every way immorality. And when the judgment finally came, after the warning, years later, the judgment came to ancient Israel, the people of Israel were worshiping Baal. Now,
18th, about 3:30 on this Monday, and some strange anomalies in the sky. This stuff looks like an oil slick. Plenty of evidence of chemtrailing, sky-sprayed chemicals in the sky. I don't see any clouds, but this stuff is really weird. And on the horizon I can see spray line after spray line after spray line, and splotches, spray lines that have blown apart, and all kinds of straight lines. So here in the mountains of North Carolina, we're being sprayed like we're bugs. Over here, you can see just line after line after line after line, right on the top of that building. What the heck is going on? Rick Miracle reporting. December 18th, about 4 o'clock. This material above is very weird with all the ripples in it and the petroleum-like colors. Here south of Asheville, it's like sky spraying everywhere, splotches, short lines. So what are they dumping in the sky? And that looks really weird with all the ripples. Electromagnetic energy, maybe? Rick Miracle reporting. December 18th, about 4:12. Strange looking stuff in the sky here by the airport in Asheville. And obvious chemtrail lines on and 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 on. Dumping chemicals, tons of it in the sky. And it's just petroleum looking stuff with ripples in it, electromagnetic radiation. What is going on? Can't be good for we people, I keep saying. Rick Miracle reporting.